Alrighty, hello everybody. What is up, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to my first of two gameplay streams for today, Monday, September 23rd, 2019. It is my final streaming day, consecutive streaming day of the week, as tomorrow will be my day away from streaming in order to spend some time with my wife and get some stuff done, run some errands, etc. Okay, so I welcome all of you to the beginning of my streaming endeavors for Monday. Hopefully all of you are doing well. Hopefully you're looking forward to a fun full day of streaming today. Good variety of stuff today for sure. So, first of all, we're continuing on with my coverage of the Genesis Mini. Okay, pretty awesome. Yesterday we sat down and unboxed the thing. Then we hooked it up and had some technical difficulties getting the thing working. But once I figured out that there was a stupid loose wire, we got that all settled. Had a lot of fun. You know, for about 2 hours, I was playing various retro games. I played 4 different games yesterday. For those who were not here for the stream and haven't had a chance to get caught up with what I was up to, I played Sonic the Hedgehog 1. All right. Then we switched over to Castlevania Bloodlines. Then we played some Mega Man The Wily Wars, and then to end the stream, we did some Streets of Rage 2. Played each game for roughly about a half an hour, and it was pretty fun. The console itself operates quite well. The games look great, sound great. So far so good. It's been pretty fun. The only complaint that I have about the console is that the quality of the gamepads doesn't seem to be very good. One of my buttons on a gamepad that I only used for 45 minutes already was sticking. And that's not good. That was actually a common problem with the original Genesis Model 1 gamepads, is that the buttons, for some people, would stick. And then what they eventually did is they redesigned those Model 1 gamepads with a different style of internal button mechanism so that they wouldn't stick and break. Then later on with the later model Genesis, they didn't even give you the original 3-button controller anymore. They went on and started doing 6-button controllers because they wanted to compete with the SNES, which had 6 buttons. So, outside of a little bit of a hardware snafu, which it's a good thing they gave you 2 controllers, because I'm now using the second controller, which seems to be a hell of a lot better. Everything's been going good so far with the Genesis Mini. So well, in fact, that after yesterday's stream, you guys expressed to me that you wanted me to go ahead and play it again today. Okay, so I did. I played it today. Well, I'm going to play it today on today's first gameplay stream because you guys like it so much. All right, so that's cool. I'm excited for that. I hope you guys are excited for that. And hopefully you guys enjoy what you see here on today's stream. Now, what I play on today's stream is directly dependent on your feedback. I'll be asking you during the stream, what game do you want to see me play next? And what games I play and also how long I play them are solely determined by you guys. So, sorry, I felt a big yawn I felt coming. I'm going to get that out of my system. So, if you say, I want to see Phil play some Street Fighter, cool. And we play through Street Fighter a couple times. Then we mix it up. And we swap over to an RPG, and then we swap over to a platformer, right? Whatever we do, it's all good. You know, I'm excited to, no matter what we play today. And keep in mind, the console has 42 games so far. We've checked out 4. So even if we end up checking out, like, anywhere from, like, 5 to 8 games today, depending on time and how much you guys want to see me play each one, we've still got plenty more available, right? So, we're in no rush, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens. I also like the fact that this console has save states for every single game. That's a great thing because every game here, I might want to resume at some point. You guys might want to see me go back to one of these games and actually try to do a full playthrough. And so far, I'm not really opposed to that. The games that I've played so far have been quite entertaining. Gonna try to wake up here. I actually just started drinking my Mio water. So I'm trying to get some energy into me here for the day, so I don't fall asleep on stream. That would not be very good. It's okay. As soon as I get into gameplay, I know I'm going to be all right. As soon as I get into gameplay, like I said, I had a lot of fun with this yesterday. I know I'm going to be, excited and jumping into the fun, okay? So, yes, I'm. What I would say is, for those of you who were either here yesterday or even if you weren't, look up the list of games on Genesis Mini. Pick out the ones you want to see me play, because once the gameplay starts on the stream today, I'm going to be asking you guys what you want to see, and we're going to be playing said games. All right, a lot of situations here where you control what I'll be doing today. Okay, which is pretty neat. All right, so that's going to be my first gameplay stream of the day. All right, and then later tonight, it'll be my weekly Minecraft chill stream. All right, pretty fun. Once a week, we sit down in Minecraft, and I do all kinds of fun stuff, building and exploring and mining. This week, we'll be continuing on with my attempt to build a facility by which I can basically do some farming of creatures. And what I mean by that is, unlike crop farming, this is going to be a building where we could take things like villagers and turn them into librarians and have the librarians reproduce. Or we could put monsters in there and have the monsters end up being like a monster farm. Okay. Yeah, apparently people figured out like the best way to do it. And that's what I was working on last week. We're going to continue on with that this week. Also, keep in mind the top contributor of every Minecraft stream gets something made in-game and or named after them in the game. Alright? So, whoever's the top contributor this week will get that, in my game world, something, created or made or named after them, which is pretty neat. So, that should be fun. That's a fun, chill stream later tonight. Okay? Late night stream. So tomorrow I'm off, as I told you guys. During that time frame when I'm not here, please head over to DSPGaming on YouTube. Please check out all the archive videos there of all of my live streams during the course of the week. I'll give them a look and get caught up on any of the stuff that maybe you missed out on during this week. Okay, I'll be back on Wednesday with the continuation of Borderlands 3. I know that's been on hiatus now for a while, and I want to resume that playthrough. And then Wednesday night, we're going to be doing Dragon Quest Builders 2, okay? Thursday, it's the return of Ask the King. This is my bi-monthly Q&A show, by which I answer your questions. So just a reminder that since this is this Thursday, please head over to my website, thekingofhate.com. Please register on said forums, if you have not. And please post up in the thread for Ask the King. The more questions that you get, that you submit, for the show on Thursday, the better the show is. All right, so please consider doing that. More questions. I have more to draw from and pick better, more entertaining questions for the show. I do need more questions. I took a look and there's some questions, but I could definitely use a hell of a lot more. So please do so. Okay, please give it a look. Then Thursday night, I'm gonna be doing a late night stream of the Genesis Mini. That's right, I'll be doing a 2-hour Genesis Mini shorter stream late at night. That'll be a lot of fun. Then on Friday, I'm going to be returning back to my main playthroughs. More than likely at that point, it'll be The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Alright. And then Friday night, I'm going to be doing a Street Fighter throwback stream, where once a week I sit down and play classic Street Fighter. That's going to be probably Friday night. Saturday, I'll probably do more Borderlands 3. And pair that with more Genesis Mini. Alright, and then on Sunday, so that's going to be Sunday the 29th of September, it's going to be my special retrospective marathon event. This is an event where we sit down for some, anywhere from 8 to 10 hours, if not longer, and we watch back clips from my 11 years as a content creator, whether it's gameplay videos and playthroughs, whether it's game reviews, vlogging, travel vlogs, ongoing series, etc. And we reminisce a bit, right? We reminisce, we have fun, and, we basically say, let's look back. A time to look back at the past and see how things used to be at one point, okay? So I'm excited for that. We have not done a retrospective stream in quite some time. And since it is the end of the month, this very end of the month there, it'll be an opportunity for me to attempt to raise some funds to help me out in early October, because as you guys know, financially things have been pretty awful for me. And hopefully I'll be able to raise some extra tips and funds that day to help out so that I don't end up in a horrible overdraft situation like I was this month for a good week and a half. Okay? So yeah, so that is coming up at the end of the month here. Okay? Now, In October, we got some really fun stuff coming up, including the Ghostbusters remake, which I'm excited for. The second half of October is chock full of new releases, including a Plants vs. Zombie game, a WWE release, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, The Outer Worlds, the Medieval remake, Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz remake, and Luigi's Mansion 3, along with my Halloween event. That's right. So I should bring this up. Please, if you, again, have not, head over to thekingofhate.com forums and register, because you need to nominate horror-themed games for my upcoming Halloween event. That's going to take place on Halloween. People have already started nominating horror-themed games, but I really need more suggestions and more nominations. That'll be going on for roughly about another week. And then probably when October hits, then I'll make the poll by which you guys can vote. So that way, about 2 weeks into October, I now know what games I'll be playing on Halloween. I'll be able to find a way to get them, okay? So please head over there and start nominating games. Fair enough? No, Walgrain, I have not seen Avengers Endgame. Chances are I don't even know when I'm ever going to see it. Just being honest. Because it ain't going to be on Netflix. I don't know if I'm getting Disney Plus, considering I can't afford anything. So, yeah, just being matter of fact here, okay? All right, so that's the deal with the schedule for the next couple of weeks into October. Now, a few things. Some of you might have noticed I didn't mention Code Vein. That's because I have no idea if I'm playing Code Vein. You guys seem to be very on the fence about Code Vein when I played the beta a couple months ago. So I think what I may do is a wait-and-see attitude with Code Vein. Let's let Code Vein release. Let's see how it goes. And if within a couple days people are like, wow, this game's amazing, Phil needs to play it, then maybe I will. But maybe I'll just wait, because, again, I'm in a situation where I can't really afford a lot of games right now. Maybe hold off and see what people have to say about it. And if it's kind of mediocre, then maybe it's a skip. Which would be a shame. I mean, the game has been in development for many years and was supposed to come out last fall and got delayed a whole year. So it would be a shame, but hey, what can you do? You know, the beta was all right. The beta wasn't amazing, but the beta wasn't bad either. It was just kind of all right. So, you know, I guess we'll have to see what happens with that. But that's the kind of attitude I'm taking, is I don't want to rush into it and promise it. Number one, because I'm still going to be playing Link's Awakening and Borderlands, right? So I'm already going to be having other ongoing playthroughs. And at the same time, I don't really have the money to drop on a game that's kind of a maybe or question right now. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay? Sir Queevington says Jim Henson had a wait-and-see attitude, and now we have wrong-sounding Muppets. What? How dare you? The reason we have wrong-sounding Muppets is because poor Jim Henson got sick and died, and he couldn't voice the Muppets anymore. So now you got his son and other people doing it, and they sound different. And that's not their fault. They're giving an honest effort. They're trying. You can't hate on the Muppets. You can't. I'm sorry. You can't hate on the Muppets. You're not allowed to. Not on my streams anyway. So I don't want to hear any more of that Muppet negativity. It's completely unacceptable behavior. And I'm very angry now. I'm very upset. BWT says, you're going to be playing Ghostbusters Remastered. Yes, I am. That's a definite. Okay. That's a definite. I definitely will be playing the Ghostbusters Remaster. Number one, because it's cheap. It's not a full-on, it's not a full-on new release where it's $60. And number two, because I played the game 10 years ago and I freaking loved it because I love Ghostbusters, so I cannot wait to play it again. So there you go. All right, so that's the deal with the schedule, everybody. I hope that sounds good to you. And I hope that you are excited for the upcoming streams. All right. All right, now, let us get to the gratuitous plug segment. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for 11 years of allowing me to do what I love for a living. I am currently a full-time live streamer, even though I used to be a full-time YouTuber for 6 years. You know, things change, and a couple years ago, I had to become a full-time streamer because YouTube basically fell apart at the seams. You know, I couldn't make a living on ad revenue alone anymore, so I completely changed up my formula, and now I'm an interactive streamer. And I absolutely love the interactive streams that we have here, guys. You know, I love hanging out with you every day. I love having fun with games. I love the vibe that we get on the streams, which is more relaxed, and we just kind of, have fun conversations and enjoy games at face value. It's really neat. It's much better than anything I used to do on YouTube, just being very honest here. Even though the YouTube years were great, this is, in my opinion, better than I ever did before. I love coming to work every day, which is really awesome, right? But because I now am a full-time live streamer, I rely pretty much almost solely on your crowdfunding contributions to pay bills and make ends meet. So if you love my daily live streams, you like that I'm here 6 days a week full-time streaming, and you love the videos that I put out on YouTube, the archives of said streams, and, excuse me, and, if you want to see all this continue, you want to be supportive, please consider contributing, in one of the ways I'm about to describe. Now, understand something right up front before I begin. Contributions are not mandatory on my streams. I do not expect anything from anyone. In fact, I'm incredibly happy and incredibly grateful for anyone who comes by and contributes anything, because I understand that you could just come by and hang out and have fun, and, you don't have to contribute anything, and I enjoy that. I like the fact that after 11 years, people still come and hang out with me on a daily basis and care about what I say and do on stream or how I feel about games. I really do. I appreciate that very much, that people even give a crap. But that being said, I do rely on your help if you can give to keep stuff going, and it helps out tremendously. So let's talk about those methods that you can contribute. First being my Patreon. At patreon.com/darksidephil, we have just one more week, okay? One more week in the month of September. That means there's only 1 week left for you to pledge to my Patreon and get in on this month's perks. Some of the perks you can get for pledging to my Patreon are pretty good. One of the best ones is to get your question answered in depth on my live Q&A show, Ask the King, which is coming up later this week. In fact, you're going to see this week there will be some people who have pledged to my Patreon who are going to get their questions answered in a lengthy manner on the show, all right? That's certainly not all the perks. There's many more. Please give it a look. Patreon.com/darksidephil. Thanks to anyone who pledges to my Patreon. I appreciate that. And please give it a look if you haven't, all right? I also have a Teespring store where I sell merchandise, mostly t-shirts, but there's some other stuff on there too, including like t-shirts and stickers and the like. There's some hoodies and sweatshirts for the fall, which I believe today is officially the first day of fall here in Washington. I thought it was a couple days ago, but apparently it's today. So give it a look. Thanks to anyone who buys anything. Teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. All right. Now, if you're here live on the stream, it's kind of a no-brainer that if you contribute during the stream, you're going to get extra recognition because I'm going to give you a shout-out, all right? It's one of the main attractive features of live streaming is that you might get a shout-out from the streamer that you like, right? And I will do that if you contribute either by cheering with bits, subscribing to the channel, or tipping me, all right? I will give you a shout-out during the stream. But please understand that there are some criteria and things that I need to follow here. First of all, I am streaming on a Twitch TV service, which means I have to abide by Twitch TV's rules, all right? So please understand that I must adhere to everything that they say that you can and cannot do, all right? In addition to that, I try to maintain a certain chill vibe here on all of my streams, where essentially everyone can come by and have fun and relax and see my honest reactions and opinions on the game that I'm playing, interact with me, interact with other people in the stream chat, and generally just have a relaxing and fun time, all right? The thing is, you guys have enough drama in your real lives. You come to my stream to probably escape that and have some fun and relax. You don't need even more drama, coming to my streams, right? And that being said, that's why I try to avoid certain topics that may become argumentative or people end up getting angry at each other for example, politics and religion. Generally not allowed on my streams, simply because it doesn't make sense to talk about those because, number one, it really has nothing to do with the games I'm playing, and number two, people get angry at each other when they talk about that stuff. In addition, I don't really have ongoing discussions about negativity towards myself or others. That means I'm not going to allow negative, nasty memes about other streamers. That means I'm not going to allow people to come in and insult myself or others. I don't care about people who are constantly riffing on me, hating on me, stealing my content, basically making, jokes on my behalf in order to get themselves popularity. I don't give a shit. I've been here for 11 years. I'm not going anywhere. If I can help it. Nothing that they say or do is ever going to change that. And the fact that I am able to have fun, interactive, and awesome gameplay streams on a daily basis is the whole point of this. I don't want to focus on the negative. I want to focus on creating positive new content every day. So, chances are you may see some people contributing and trying to derail the stream today. They may try to bring up topics that I don't give a shit about. They may try to start drama, and I'm going to ignore all of that. So please understand that there is no obligation for me to actually respond to anything that is said or done on my stream. In particular, those who contribute, I'm very appreciative of it. I'm going to go out of my way to give shout-outs to everyone on the stream. But that being said, if there are people who are trying to violate the rules and trying to go out of the way to derail things, I am going to completely ignore those efforts. So please understand, there is no obligation for me to actually respond to anything, and I have complete control over what I say and do, and I will ignore things that I feel will derail us. Fair enough? Alrighty then, you guys can see that we have a stream stats leaderboard at the top of the screen that tracks things like top tip and top cheer. That's awesome. It gives extra credit to those who contribute, right? So you guys get extra recognition. Now, another thing I'd like to call attention to, if you look at the top of your screens, if you're on Twitch right now, right above the stream chat, you should see a cheering leaderboard. This is a leaderboard that's integrated into Twitch itself. This leaderboard tracks people who cheer. All right, so it's an extra way to get recognition, and in particular, today is the first day of the new streaming week, which means that has completely reset. It's very easy right now for you to get recognition and get into the top 10 cheerers, because guess what? That reset overnight, so there's not even 10 people on it yet, okay? 2 more quick things. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the absolute end of the September promotions here on Twitch. So that means 2 different things. It means, number 1, if you want to get a discounted subscription, it's your last chance to do so. I believe there's only 1 full day left for you to do it. You can get a discounted subscription in 2 ways. Number 1, if you've never had a sub before to a channel. Or number 2, if you were gifted a sub that has now expired or is expiring. If you renew that sub, it's at a half-price discount, okay? So, FYI, you need to do that within the next day if you want to take advantage of the September discount. Now, in addition to that, there's also the Subway Cheer Mote, that if you cheer with bits today and you use the Subway Cheer Mote command when you do, you give 10% bonus bits to the streamer, okay? It's a no-brainer. If you support a streamer and you want to help them out a little bit more and it costs you nothing, please go ahead and do it, all right? It just makes sense. But it's only available, I believe, for today, and I think they said the promotion ended on the 24th, so it either ends tomorrow or tomorrow's the last day for it. So pretty much last chance to use all of these special September promotions, okay? Last but not least, everybody, and this is just me being very honest with all of you, all right? And I'm going to be very honest with all of you. You know, I'm kind of messed up in my head right now because of stuff going on behind the scenes financially. It's tearing me apart, man. It's to the point where, like, I'm at my wit's end, and I want you to understand, I hope that doesn't come through on the streams, that I hope that when I'm playing games and interacting with you guys and having fun, that it doesn't seep through that there's really stressful stuff going on with me behind the scenes financially. Because I am struggling right now really bad. I mean, just take a look this past month, right? Like, I couldn't afford half the games. I couldn't get the Genesis Mini myself. This sucks, you know? And I'm doing my best to not let that come through on the streams. Really, I am. I hope that it doesn't, and I hope that it's not negatively affecting anything. And I just want to let you guys know, you know, when you support me via, you know, this crowdfunding on streams, it helps a ton. And the best way you can help me is by tipping me. Right now, I'm very, very nervous about the coming month. That I'm going to end up in exactly the same situation I was this month, but worse. Where, essentially, I'm going to get, you know, not have enough money to pay for stuff. This sucks. And I'm going to, you know, it's really bad. It's to the point where I'm kind of, like, at last resort at this point. So, you know, the reason I'm telling you this is, I'm number one, right before stream today, you know, a couple things happened, and I'm like, oh, man, like, I hope this doesn't, like, negatively affect the stream today. I'm really going to do my best to not let it, okay? I know you guys don't come here to hear me worried about this kind of shit, all right? So let's just have a fun stream with the Genesis Mini today, all right? But if you want to help me more than anything, all right, the best way to contribute right now is by tipping me, because tipping me allows me to put funds straight towards bills, which are coming up very shortly in the next, there's a couple the next week, and then there's a bunch coming up early October. And, you know, I'm really hoping to avoid being in this bad situation of overdrafting and going crazy again. So please consider tipping me if at all you can, all right? There's 2 ways that you can tip me on a stream. Below the stream, there's a tip jar button you could click. Or you could type !tip into the stream chat. All right. And that'll take you to my PayPal tips page. A couple things about that. Number one, you don't need a PayPal account to tip me. You could use a debit or credit card, much like any other online payment. It says right there, there's a button that you can click on and do it without creating an account. In addition, if you're worried about, you know, oh, I want to tip Phil, but I'm afraid of online trolls and stuff might come after me. You don't have to give out your identity at all. You can make up a name. You can say anonymous. No one will have any idea it's you because all that information is hidden. Okay? It's a completely anonymous thing. So, please consider it, guys. All right? Please consider tipping me if at all you can. And I'm really hoping for the best. That, you know, things get better here and I don't end up in the same situation because I don't know what else to do at this point. All right? So, thank you. Thank you to anyone who contributes in any way. All right. Now let us move on to the final shout-outs segment of the pre-stream where I give a shout-out for those who've contributed. And then we can get set up here and get ready for Genesis Mini fun. Okay? Fair enough? Alrighty, guys. So, let's go ahead and get ready here. So, first of all, overnight we had a few people who contributed, and I want to give a shout-out to them. First of all, it was Golden Colts, who was here overnight and did several different cheers. So thank you very much, Golden Colts, for the overnight cheering. I appreciate that very much. Chad Warden subscribed to the channel overnight. That's also nice of you, Chad Warden. Thank you for that. And then we had Game Master is a Skeleton. Did a 50-bit cheer. And says, it's been a while with work and trying to beat Final Fantasy 1 through 6 before the end of October. I've just started 3 and so far it's pretty good. Hopefully one day you play it. Well, first of all, thank you, Game Master is a Skeleton. I do want to say this before I address your comment. Thanks to all of you who do contribute overnight. That's pretty crazy that you guys keep me in mind overnight when I'm not even broadcasting. And some of you come by and contribute. That's really appreciated, and it's really awesome, okay? Now, in particular to your question or to your comment here, I've played all the original Final Fantasies, 1 through 6, okay? Oh, my God. I really hope that this Mio drink kicks in soon. So, I played all the Final Fantasies, 1 through 6. Okay? And out of all the original 6, I would say 6 is my favorite. Story-wise, gameplay-wise. 4 also is my second favorite, and it's because that's the first one I ever really played. I didn't play the original Final Fantasies until later. Alright? And I like them, but I think that, honestly, Final Fantasy 3 is my least favorite, and the reason being, I never finished it. I played I think it was the version, let me think about this. It was either the 3DS or a regular DS version, whatever one was, you know, polygonal. And I played through it, and I remember it just being kind of an annoying grind. And I finally got to this volcano. Yeah, there was a volcano stage, and there was like a freaking, like a fire dragon boss or something. And I just remember fighting it, and I was like, man, I just don't like this game. And I stopped playing it. It's funny, because that's never happened to me with the classic Final Fantasy until 3. I don't know what it was. Maybe I was just in a bad mood. Who knows? I mean, this was years and years ago. So I have no recollection, actually, of why this happened. But yeah, like 3, I never finished. But 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6, I all finished. And I played all of them, 1 through 6. And they're great games. Gameplay-wise, I actually think I like 5 the best because that's the one that has the class system, or the job system, and it's the most refined. I mean, it's in previous Final Fantasies too, but in 5 it's very refined, and the jobs feel really unique and interesting. So yeah, you know, I like them all. Good to hear that you're doing this crazy marathon. I don't know how you could do that though. The thing with me is like variety. I really like variety. And so, for me to play, like, Final Fantasy 1 through 6 back-to-back would be pretty insane. Like, I probably would lose my mind, and I would probably get bored, being honest. I wish you luck in your endeavor to try to beat all these games by October. Good luck. It's going to be a tall order. In particular, 4, 5, and 6 are much longer than 1, 2, and 3. So you may end up, you know, each game is, like, at least 20 hours long. So you're talking 60-plus hours of gameplay within, like, a week. That's going to be a tough one, I think. But I wish you luck. Okay, let's continue on. Tantamounter did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Tantamounter. And by the way, he used the Subway bonus. I appreciate that. The Subway cheer mode bonus. Gamma Relay 3 did a 400-bit cheer and says, gotta get me a new badge. So I believe Gamma Relay got himself the new cheering badge for doing that. Awesome. Thank you, Gamma Relay, also. For that cheer. That is the top cheer of the day. That's 400 bits. Thank you very much. BWT56 resubscribed for 25 months in a row. Thank you very much, BWT. I appreciate that. And then I just received a tip of $7. And Tim says the following. He says, maybe it has been seeping through. The past few streams, we can tell you're upset about something. You're more negative about games than usual. I had to leave last night's Call of Duty stream because the negativity got overwhelming and I was turned off from contributing. I mean, I'm sure it's a contributing factor. I'm going to be very honest with you, though. With that beta, like, it was very disappointing because when you get told by a game developer, oh, we're changing, we've listened to your feedback, and we've decided that we're going to kind of go back to square one, and we're going to go back to 10 years ago when Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4, right, was the biggest thing, and we want to make a game just like Call of Duty 4, and everything's going to be like old school. So for those of you who really liked the series back then, this is a treat for you. We've listened to your feedback. We're taking out all the gimmicks and everything. And then you play the game and you realize all they really did is they gave it a facelift. Like, the game itself looks like Modern Warfare. They took out all the gimmick elements, but the actual online gameplay experience is just as poor as the last 5 games. You know what I mean? For me, the most frustrating thing about a game that's supposed to be a competitive and fun FPS is when you don't get a good experience with the firefights. That's the primary part of the fucking FPS, is to have an accurate firefight. So when I'm playing the game and I run up and there's a guy right in front of me, I draw my weapon and I fire, and it shows me hitting him 4 times. Then it shows bullets flying out of his gun, even though his weapon isn't even drawn on the screen, and I get killed instantly. Then it shows his kill cam, and on his kill cam it shows he was shooting me before I ever shot him. That just screams to me, they don't care. You know, if they really did, they wouldn't care about, oh, we need to make the game look like old school Call of Duty. They would say, we actually have to make, netcode that's worth playing. We have to fix all these issues. There was one time where there was an enemy in front of me, but I couldn't see them because there was a big smoke thing in front of me, like a bunch of black smoke. So I got killed by getting shot through the smoke, and I'm thinking, how did that guy see me through the smoke? So I played the kill cam. The smoke didn't render for him. He never saw it. Only on my screen was there smoke. On his screen, he never got it, so he gets a cheap kill. So I look at stuff like that, and that drives me nuts. I mean, we're very honest here. Yes, I understand. You're saying basically it seems like I was being overly negative. That shit drives me absolutely bonkers. Because when you say we're going to try to get your faith back in our series, that we care, we've listened to customer feedback, we want to go back to the old school days, but then you give me shit like that, that just tells me they don't. It means that we're blowing smoke up your ass, Yes, we'll take out the wall running, the double jumping, and the gimmicks that people complain about. Oh, by the way, same shitty netcode and same shitty experience you've had for the past 5 years, and we've done nothing to improve it. That's really what my main criticism of the game is. That and the fact that, at least last night, shotgun seemed really overpowered. Now, maybe I'm just a noob, which I very much could be, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not good at the game, and maybe shotguns aren't really that good at all, and I'm just an idiot. But they seemed pretty ridiculously powerful that from, not even close range, but, mid-range, people would instantly kill me with a shotgun no matter what. And I was like, damn. That's pretty nuts, right? So, that's my criticisms of the Modern Warfare beta. So, first of all, Tim, thank you for the tip. You got the tip started today. I appreciate your honest feedback. I hope that at least clarifies some of the reactions that I had. It's disheartening for someone like me who's played the series for 10 years to be told one thing and then given another in the beta. I mean, it is just the beta, so fair enough, they have a month to try to get it better, and that's a good thing, I guess, but I hope that they do. Not that they release the game exactly as it was in the beta, with all these very frustrating online issues, and then act like the game's great when it's not, okay? But that being said, I understand what you're saying, and yeah, I agree with you that probably some of the negativity behind the scenes comes out, especially a session like that, where it's very frustrating for me, because, it's a competitive game, and it's hard to learn on the fly when I'm only playing it a couple times a week, and it makes me rage. So, thank you for the honest feedback, and thank you for the tip, getting the tip started today, Tim. I appreciate that. Stable Genius did a 500-bit cheer, including the Subway cheer mode. Thank you very much for that. And he says, just want to see my glorious name in the top spot. Happy Monday. Thank you, Stable Genius. You indeed are the top cheerer of the day. Let's get you up on the leaderboard here. 500 bits. Thank you. Oops. I deleted the parentheses. Thank you for that. Kula116 has subscribed for 18 months. Thank you for 18 months of ongoing support, Kula. And then, Two Bar King. Oh my God, excuse me. I'm really sorry about that, guys. Two Bar King resubscribed for 32 months at Tier 2. Not only 32 months of ongoing support, almost reaching the 3-year mark at this point, but the Tier 2, which is the higher level sub that gives me a little bit more support. So thank you very much for that, Two Bar King. I appreciate that very much. All right, really quickly, let's run down the top cheerers because there's not many of them. And then we're going to get ready and set up here for the Genesis Mini. Okay, so thank you to currently there's only 5 cheerers for today. In 5th place, we've got Game Master is a skeleton. 4th place, we've got Tannemounter. 3rd place, Gamma Relay 3. 2nd place, Golden Colts. And 1st place, Stable Genius. So thanks all of you for your cheering so far. I mean, the week just started. The week is new. There will be many more people up on that leaderboard, before you know it. So thank you guys very much for that. So that's really all I got, guys. I think what we're going to do is take a break because I got to use the bathroom quickly. So we'll take a quick break. What I would say is, why don't you guys think about what games you want to see? Hold on, I'm going to turn on the Genesis Mini and get some music going. Let's actually get the music going here. Think about what games you want me to play. All right? And after just a couple minutes here, quick break. We'll see what games. Here we go. Here's the music. What games you want, and we'll go from there. Okay. Shout out to an anonymous gifter who gifted Dolan Dark a 2-month subscription. All right, awesome. I'll be right back, guys. Thanks for the fun pre-stream. I'll be back with Genesis Mini.